Indiana on the board for the first time in 2023 with a Chris Freeman field goal from 42 yards out, puts Indiana on the board. And Xavier Johnson, not the one on the Indiana basketball team, but the one on the Ohio State roster, is back to return here near the Ohio State 4-yard line as Freeman will get ready to kick things off, having won the battle over Radicic, the freshman, and having kicked through his first field goal of 2023. Ohio State leading 7-3. They've outgained Indiana 142-70, but have only had the ball for a minute longer. Indiana averaged about 25 minutes of time of possession last year. Ohio State was right at 30-30, so don't expect Ohio State to have the ball too much in this game. Johnson will retrieve it at the 4-yard line. He's heading right up the right hash, trying to break some tackles. Nearly goes down, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling across the 25, and finally taken down by Bryson Bonds at the 26-yard line, where Ohio State will start their fourth possession of the game. They scored on their first one on a long drive, 11 plays, where they got a fourth down conversion. But they tried on fourth down again, and the last one ended up being picked off. 6:09 remaining here in this first half. There's actually a timeout on the field as it's Bryson Bonds who is hurt. Well, you think about Indiana, Zach. Injuries have just been the biggest thing, and you worry, of course, kickoffs. That's always the one thing where someone comes out and you're running with a full head of steam and someone knocks you one. It's always tough.
Looked like he might have had a little bit of trouble getting back to his feet, Bonds. He was the one who made that tackle.
Training staff out to look at Indiana with 6:09 left. Of course, Ohio State, they deferred to start this game, so they'll get the ball to start the second half, Zach. So maybe you're thinking, can we run a 6-minute drive here, maybe put in a score, kick a field goal, as Bonds is up on his feet under his own power, getting a thing of water as he's being just walked in, not really being helped by, but just assisted by the training staff for Indiana. So good to see him back on his feet. Of course, it's so hot, and it does not help these guys. And on the turf, it's that much hotter. We were down there earlier before the game, and we said we got to get it back up here as quickly as possible because we were dripping puddles of sweat. But good to see he is back. He'll get checked out by the medical staff, hopefully for a good update on his end. Devin Brown is now the quarterback for Ohio State. So we saw Indiana make a change, and now Brown does this, or rather Ohio State does the same. Mayan Williams is the running back, but Brown, the number 6 rated quarterback according to 247, over 8,000 yards in high school. Now his first snap at Ohio State. He's under center and hands it off to Williams, bouncing to the right, trying to get in between tackles, spun around as if he was playing Twister, and ends up for a gain of about 3, just shy of the 30-yard line between the hashes and the far sideline. Clock ticking below 6 minutes now. 2nd and 7 from Ohio State's 29. They're moving from right to left on your radio dial.
Matt Guerrieri on Thursday said that it would be key for the Hoosiers to limit big plays for this Ohio State offense. It's an explosive offense, and so far we haven't seen too many big plays for the Buckeyes offense. Credit to the Indiana defense. 2
receivers far side, 2 receivers near side. Williams is the running back again for Devin Brown. It's another run up the middle and a hit at the end just shy of the marker. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Aaron Casey out there on the tackle. Of course, Casey, one of the few returners, actually the only guy listed as both an Indiana captain and one of the 7 guys listed to the Reese's senior watch list, and of course put on the Butkus Award for top linebacker in the country. 3rd down and 1 here from the 35. Chip Trainum is the lone running back. You can hear the fans getting on their feet. You feel some momentum from Indiana after that field goal. They got a turnover on the last possession. Indiana -8 last year in that department, but so far +1 today. 4:50 and counting. It's a handoff out of the Wildcat and a potential run for Devin Brown, swallowed up by Andre Carter. There's that Western Michigan transfer getting a tackle for loss. And it looks like Ohio State's going to punt here with 4.5 minutes. A key 3rd and out, Zach, in order for Indiana to what we assume, pending a penalty or anything on 4th down on this punt or fake, they get the ball back with a chance to take the lead going into half. Boy, if I told you that in the about an hour and a half ago, I think you would have said you need a new broadcast partner.
And that's really the first big play we've seen so far this afternoon from Andre Carter, and he left no doubt on that one. He almost jumped on the back of Devin Brown. Looked like Brown was giving him a piggyback ride on that one.
Punt set up in the air. It's a running start for Mirko. It sends Lucas back. He catches it right around the 13. Got one guy to dodge. Goes to his left and gets past him. Now to the near hash. Bounces to the outside, out between the numbers, trying to get beyond the punter. And Mirko's the one that ends up making that tackle. As he was brought down near the Ohio State sideline, Indiana makes sure to get him out of harm's way so nothing else ensues.
And Austin, that's not the second time today that Jalen Lucas has really broken clear of the pack on a return. The first one was the kick return, but that's the second time today he's been brought down by the kicker or the punter. This situation, it's the punter. Obviously, the last time it happened, the call was brought back to a penalty.
Full media timeout here with 3:58 remaining in the first half. Indiana with a nice starting spot. They'll start at their own 42-yard line, having to march 58 yards if they want to take the lead. You'll have to wait and see if the Hoosiers can do that.